Throughout history, a few individuals become timeless symbols of principle and courage. Hussain Ibn Ali is one such figure. Born in Medina, grandson of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, Hussain was raised in a household defined by justice, compassion, and faith. The Prophet's love for Hussain was legendary. He once said, "Hussain is from me and I am from Hussain," highlighting a bond deeper than blood. Hussain's early years were filled with warmth, but tragedy soon struck. He lost his grandfather, mother, and father in quick succession. These losses shaped his character, teaching him resilience and empathy. Hussain witnessed the community's growing divisions and the dangers of unchecked ambition. Rather than grow bitter, he embraced his grandfather's lesson. True leadership is service, justice, and unwavering commitment to truth. After Ali's martyrdom, Hussain's brother Hassan became leader amid a fractured community. Facing civil war, Hassan chose peace over power, signing a treaty with Muawiyah to prevent bloodshed, on the condition that leadership would return to the Prophet's family after Muawiyah's death. Hussain supported his brother's difficult decision, understanding the sacrifice it required. For a time, peace held, and the brothers became pillars of knowledge and piety in Medina. But Muawiyah broke the treaty, appointing his son Yazid as successor, turning the caliphate into a hereditary monarchy. This betrayal shattered the fragile peace. The community's hopes for justice were dashed, and the stage was set for a confrontation that would change history. Hussain now faced a choice that would define his legacy. With Muawiyah's death, Yazid seized power, demanding allegiance from Hussain to legitimize his rule. Yazid's reputation for tyranny and corruption was well known. His demand was a direct challenge to the values Hussain cherished. Hussain refused, declaring, "A man like me cannot give allegiance to a man like Yazid." This was not arrogance, but a stand for principle over power. Hussain knew the risks, but would not endorse injustice. He left Medina for Makkah, seeking refuge and clarity. His refusal became a message for all time: never bow to tyranny, no matter the cost. The world watched as Hussain prepared for the next chapter of his struggle. In Makkah, Hussain received thousands of pleas from Kufa, urging him to lead them against Yazid's oppression. Cautiously, he sent his cousin Muslim Ibn Aqil to assess the situation. Muslim was welcomed enthusiastically, but Yazid's new governor, Ibn Ziyad, crushed the movement with terror and violence. Muslim was abandoned and executed, but Hussain, unaware, had already set out for Kufa with his family and a small group of loyal companions. Hussein's journey was not for conquest, but in response to a call for justice. He traveled with hope, not knowing he was walking into a trap. The people who invited him would not stand by him. The journey to Karbala was now a march toward destiny. The stage was set for a confrontation that would echo through history. Hussein's caravan was intercepted at Karbala, forced to camp on barren land. Yazid's army, thousands strong, surrounded them, 72 companions against a sea of soldiers. The enemy cut off access to the Euphrates, inflicting a siege of thirst on Hussein's camp. Children cried for water as the sun scorched the land. On the eve of battle, Hussain gathered his companions, offering them freedom to leave under cover of darkness. None abandoned him. Their loyalty was absolute. They chose principle over survival, love over fear. In that tent, their courage and unity shone brightest. The coming dawn would test their resolve to the limit. Their stand would define the meaning of true sacrifice. On Ashura, Hussain and his companions faced certain death with unwavering faith. Outnumbered, they fought not for victory, but for the soul of their faith. One by one, Hussein's companions fell, each displaying legendary courage. Abbas, Hussein's half-brother, was martyred trying to bring water to the children. Hussein's sons, nephews, and even his infant child were slain before his eyes. Despite unbearable loss, Hussain stood alone, wounded but unbroken. He fought until he could fight no more, refusing to surrender. Finally, he was martyred, his body desecrated in a final act of cruelty. The tragedy of Karbala was complete, but Hussein's stand would not be forgotten. His sacrifice became a beacon for all who resist oppression. The legacy of Karbala was just beginning. The ordeal did not end with Hussein's martyrdom. Yazid's army looted the camp, taking the women and children captive. Hussein's sister Zainab emerged as a voice of defiance, speaking truth to power in the courts of Kufa and Damascus. Her eloquence exposed Yazid's tyranny, turning defeat into a moral victory. Hussein's sacrifice became a universal symbol of resistance against oppression. His story inspired leaders like Gandhi and Mandela, transcending time and culture. Today, millions honor his legacy during Muharram and Arbeen, walking to Karbala in remembrance. Hussein's fire for justice still burns in the hearts of believers. His stand remains a guiding light for all who seek truth and justice. The legacy of Karbala endures, a perpetual beacon against darkness.